What's up? I was originally gonna post this video on my other channel, which I probably am still going to. That's gonna be out on Halloween. That's why if like the intro and the end aren't really that connected. No, so warning, I guess. And of course, spoilers for a 10-year-old film. So there's spoilers. Personally, my favorite movie is Terrifier 3, but as we gotta go through the entire series, I have to start with All Hallows Eve, even though it doesn't look like a Terrifier movie, is one because, well, it's the first Terrifier short and the second one, which is actually titled Terrifier. The first one is titled The Ninth Circle, as like in like the Ninth Circle of Hell, like the Divine Comedy, you know, Dante's Inferno. So it is a anthology film that has 3 separate stories in it, and 2 of them, actually all of them technically have Art the Clown in them, but the second one, it's just a painting of him. It's a picture of him. That's it, mainly because the guy who's directed all of them made 2 of the short films before, but he had made a 3rd one, and because that wouldn't be feature length, if he hadn't made a 3rd one, he had to make a new one, and the new one is just an alien chasing a lady around her house. It's fine, but it's definitely not that good. It's his least popular thing. And so the main plot is about a babysitter who is, babysitting 2 kids, and the boy, I forgot his name, finds a VHS tape in his Halloween candy. And so this movie was made in like 2010, I think. It was around that time period. And so like no house would have a VHS player, but they just do. So he finds the VHS tape, and the babysitter decides not to watch the tape first before letting the kids watch the tape. So that means they see a lady's baby being taken out of her, like, prematurely, and then, being killed, and then its blood being put into a drink for the devil himself to drink. This is top tier stuff here. So, yeah, that happens. And then, so, the babysitter's like, wow, they just saw a baby get cut out of a woman and then put into the drink. And then, so, the babysitter's kind of angry, but then, okay, so she sends the kids off to bed. She's like, oh no, you guys can't watch this. And so she sends them off to bed, and then she just keeps watching the tape for some reason. And then the second thing we got is Terrifier, the short film. And so she's watching the short film. It's pretty much just Art the Clown chasing this one lady. I mean, he kills one different dude and, like, puts them all over the bathroom. He classic thing of putting crap all over the walls. And that is, like, the greatest thing I think I've ever seen a slasher movie villain do. That is just peak content right there. So, that's what happens. And, then he chases down the lady, and, some stuff happens. Like, he kind of knocks her out, and then he takes her to his, like, kind of lair. I don't really know where it is. And it gets crazy. You wanna know what he does? So he writes not nice words in her. Like, he takes a knife and does that. And I don't think there's any nudity, but, like, she's naked, but because he cut the, the things off. That was I don't think I should have watched this movie, actually. And, yeah, so that is what happened. So, that's what happens. The lady is obviously dead now. And, Art the Clown. At this point in time, Art the Clown more looks like a dude in a clown costume than, like, an actual clown. He just, instead of just looking like a clown, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that happens. And the babysitter is obviously kind of creeped out by this. So, actually, I think this was... Yeah, okay, so then, before that short film, actually, is Something in the Dark, I'm pretty sure. And it's about an alien that invades a lady's house. There's a lot of women being killed in this movie, specifically. I mean, I guess... Actually, yeah, there's a lot of women killed in these movies. Men too, but a very big amount. And so, it's just an alien going to somebody's house. It's kind of creepy. Some stuff happens. It gets crazy. And I think the woman dies at the end. I don't remember really though. Yeah, that's mainly it. And so then, after we're done with the 3 short films, Art the Clown is like knocking on the TV screen. He's like, he knows he's in the TV screen. He knows he's there. And so he like knocks on it, and then there's a scream from upstairs. Before that, Art the Clown like starts to appear in the reflection of the TV and like the mirror. But, when the babysitter turns around, he's not there. And then she hears a scream from upstairs. And she sees Art the Clown. When she walks up the stairs, she sees him, and he's laughing. And he has a knife in his hands. And he's covered with blood. And you want to know what she sees when she's opened the door? Most of the children are dead, and their heads are on the bed. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's how it ends. Yeah, that is how All Hallows Eve ends. Pretty crazy. Yeah, that was definitely not the greatest video, but you know, better than my other ones. Why the hell not? You know, it's yeah, pretty good movie actually. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. It is definitely not a great movie, but I thought it was a pretty good horror movie. It was, you know, a pretty fun watch. Art the Clown was awesome to watch, even if it wasn't, you know, the actual actor they have now. That was cool. It was nice to see the shorts, because I hadn't seen them before my first time watching this film. So that was awesome, you know. So I'd say this more like a 3 out of 5 R-rated movie. It's pretty cool, you know.